Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So glad to have you all here again. So there has been a lot going on this week. We had the biggest launch in the beauty history at the moment with the Jeffree Star Cross Shane Dawson palette coming out. I'm so lucky I got my hands on a palette. So that is this bad boy right here, the Conspiracy palette. It is absolutely amazing. I'm loving the colors, if you can't already tell by the look that we're going to be doing today. I was just blown away by the size, the quality. I'm not much of a color person, but I was looking at this and I'm like, I feel like I can use every shade, and that is just the best thing about a palette. The other thing that I got was a pig mirror. I'm so excited I got this. I've really been needing just like a larger mirror but handheld that I can use, because otherwise I'm using like little compacts and things like that, and they're just not always the best. Like, you just kind of sometimes need a bit more room to look at your face. So I got this, very much suits my personality. So I'm super excited that I got to play with those today, and I get to show you this look today. In bike news, I dropped my bike for the first time on Monday, so that was really fun. I was like pulling up on the curb, and there was just like people kept getting in my way, and I was trying to park my bike, and I just lost my balance, and I just kind of, I felt it going, so I'm like, look, I'm just gonna place you on the floor. So lucky there wasn't too much damage. Literally, I fixed it all. I just took it straight to my mum and stepdad's factory, and we had it all fixed that night. But the worst bit about it was that there was this massive group of like drunk guys, and they all just stopped and laughed at me. Like, So I was like trying not to cry, but thankfully I had a little savior. This woman came and she told them all off, and she told me she rides a bike, and I felt a lot better. She's like, everyone does it. I'm like, I know, but it's just the first time that I've done it. So at least I've got that ticked off now, you know, like it's done. I've dropped my bike. We can move on. Anyway, so that happened. So that's fun. So bikes and makeup. I'm doing today's look inspired by Marc Marquez. Now, obviously, if you're into bikes, you'll know who Marquez is. He's the world's #1 at the moment. He just, we just had Phillip Island a couple of weeks ago here, the Moto GP in Melbourne, and the GP before that, I think, or 2 GPs. I don't know. Anyway, he was so far ahead in points that he basically didn't need to race in the last 6 races. He had won, basically. So I thought, with that all being over, because we had the Malaysian GP the other weekend, that's all done and dusted, I thought, I'm going to do a look inspired by Marquez, and then lo and behold, Conspiracy comes out, and they've got a great orange, a great red, and those are Marquez's colours. So here we are, ticking off 2 birds with 1 stone. We've got the Conspiracy, kind of my thoughts on the Conspiracy palette, and then we've got bikes and Marquez. Woohoo! I'm merging these 2 things together. I'm so excited. So yeah, so with that, I'm just on this look today. It's a bit of a smoky eye. I did notice that the red color in the Conspiracy palette, it was showing to me more like pink. It's showing more like a neon pink in real life with the lights on, but then I'm seeing in my monitor here that it is kind of coming up more reddy, but I don't know if that's because I've blended it through with the orange. I don't know, but yeah, I'm definitely getting more neon pink out of that, and that is the shade Flaming Hot on the Conspiracy palette. In terms of my thoughts on the Conspiracy palette now that I've done this look, I really like it. I haven't used any Jeffree shades before. I've been a big fan of Jeffree Star ever since the first Shane Dawson series, but I haven't actually used any of this. Well, I bought one lipstick when they first came out, and that was shade Celebrity Skin, and I absolutely loved it, but just being in Australia and with the price point, and I'm poor, I haven't bought any more of his products. So I did make an exception, and I was like, I have to have Conspiracy. I just felt like I was so emotionally invested in this process, having watched the series. So I'm just like, I need to have it. So I'm really excited I got to play with it. But yeah, overall, I love the shades. I really think that I could use most of them, and you can't say that for many palettes. So I'm really happy with that. I feel like there's enough pizzazz, there's enough party, there's enough dark, but there's enough wearable shades as well. So I'm super excited about this palette, and it's just so nice. Like, I know everyone's saying it, they're like, oh, the quality, the packaging, but there really is a little bit of art, a little bit of drama and theatre to makeup, and it's just so fun that they've made like such a nice product that is something that really people are calling it a collector's item, and that's what it is. And just look at those shades. They're just, everyone can use them, I think. So obviously that gets my tick of approval. I'm super excited by that, and I'm so glad that I finally have one. And having watched the series and just loving Jeffree, loving Shane, I just want to have everything. Like, I want to have everything that Jeffree does. Like, it's just, the formula is great. I'm really liking it. It was super easy to do this look. It literally took me like 10 minutes to do this, less. I think 10 minutes, like whole face. So that's just impressive. It's so easy to work with. I really loved it. So with that, having said a lot, I'm talking a lot, let's get on to the actual look. So I'm just going to be taking you guys through this look. So as I said, a bit of a smoky eye using the reds and the oranges, and then just kind of did a little bit of my face. I did already have foundation on at the beginning, so I didn't go through my base. I will eventually do a base video, like, so you can see what I use for my base, but just so you are aware, I use the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation in the shade 3.5. That's my shade. And then usually, honestly, my favorite concealer is the good old Maybelline Fit Me concealer. I use 2 shades. I use Fair Clair on the immediately under the eye, and then I use the shade Light to kind of transition. It's just tried and tested. It's just so easy. I know what to expect. I really like it. So anyway, I'll stop talking. We'll move on to the video. So I hope you guys enjoy this look, and I'll see you at the end. Bye. So I'm starting today with a prepped face. I have the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation on, as well as the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I'll just be going in with the Mecca Max, the Transformer Eye Primer, so all over my lid, and then I'll just blend that out with a beauty blender. Always make sure your beauty blender is damp. Now for the Holy Grail, the Conspiracy palette. I'm so excited to be using this palette today. Going in with the Sigma large shader brush, I'll be using the shade My Pills just to set my primer. So just patting that all over the lid and spreading it out. Next, going in with the BH129 using the shade Tanacon. I'll just be putting that in my crease as a transition shade. So you can see it's kind of got a bit of that subtle orange color to it, which will really help blend through our shades nicely. Next, going with a Sigma large blending brush, I'll be using the shade Cheese Dust. Now you can see that shade is so orange and so pigmented. You don't need a lot. This is a really full coverage shade, and I'll just be applying that all over the crease, pretty much just over the top of Tanacon, and just really blending that out to the outer corners of my eye. Going back in with the large shader brush, I'll be patting the shade Flaming Hot right along the lash line and onto the mobile lid. I really found that this shade needed to be packed on. I am curious to see how it would go with a wet finish, like a wet primer rather than a matte primer. So I really had to work with this shade. I went back in with my blending brush to really blend it into Cheese Dust and get that transition from the red to the orange. I went in with a large shader brush and the shade My Pills just to diffuse the shades and get them blending together really well. Now going in with a small blending brush, I'm just taking the shade Tanacon under the eye with a little bit of Cheese Dust. I'm loving these shade names, it's so funny. And now we're going in with Food Videos into the inner corner to get that real pop of color.
Next, I'll just be taking a small little tapered brush to apply my brow highlight, and that is using the shade Ranch. Now going in with my Essence False Lashes mascara, I'll just be applying that all over my lashes, giving them a really good coat. I don't tend to use false lashes too much. I have quite full and long lashes as it is. I like to use my natural lashes. I think that looks better on me. Now going in with the NYX blush in Terracotta as my contour shade and a Sephora 74 brush, I'll just be applying that to the hollows of my cheek and just bringing that up, and I'll apply it onto my forehead as well. Now with Smashbox Vlada, going in with a big fluffy brush, I'll be applying that just above the contour. Now going in with a NARS Radiant Powder and just a small fluffy brush, I'll just be using that to highlight my Cupid's bow and highlight my nose as well. Next, going in with NYX Lingerie in the shade Exotic. I try not to smush my lips together because you can kind of mess up the line you've made on your bottom lip. But I really like to carve out my Cupid's bow, as I find that's the most accentuated part of my lips. I don't tend to overdraw either. I like the shape of my lip, so just really kind of filling it out to that line. And I like to be able to see that vermilion border, which is just the border around the outside of your lips. I find that to be a really nice feature to highlight the lips.
So this is the finished look. I hope you guys love. I really enjoyed creating this look. I'm loving this. Like, because I don't wear blush, really. I'm not a blushy person. Like, even the blush I used in my previous video was like the Rocketeur from Benefit, and that's like almost a contour shade. Like, it's almost a contour shade. I could wear that on its own in like, you know, I could wear that on its own. But that's what I love. Like, I love highlighter. I can't go past highlighter. I must have highlighter on. So when Smashbox put out the Vlada collection, I was just like, ooh, it's a highlighter that ticks my blush box. So you get some blush, but then you like so much highlight. I love it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this look today. I know it's a little bit simple, a little bit easy, but I just really wanted to get in and play with the Conspiracy palette because I hadn't played with that yet. So overall, my tick of approval on that one. Yeah, this is really fun. Obviously not super wearable, but I'm trying to have a bit more fun and do things that I think just look fun and that I like, and get to experiment more with what I'm doing. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys all enjoyed. I'll be back soon with another video. Maybe you might actually get to see a bike in one of them soon. I want to kind of just get a couple more things, and I want to get my bike set up so I can film some riding around on my bike. So like maybe I'll do my makeup and then I'll go for a little cruise and you guys can watch me cruise around. But yeah, so thank you all for watching. Please, if you guys liked this video, please leave me a comment so I know that you like it and that you're enjoying what I'm doing. And if you didn't like it as well, let me know, but don't be too mean. I'm a little bit sensitive. But if you really, really liked it, please subscribe and support me. I really love this as I start my new little adventure. So anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. I hope you all have a fantastic week, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week. See you later. Bye.